Got Dan Brown on the phone right now, Ron.
Yeah, we do. Dan Brown is a man that you may not be familiar with, but you should be because he's a genius. Dan is a senior at Lincoln East High School. Dan, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
Now, Dan, there are just so many questions. You, last Friday, were one of, I guess it was 12 winners of what they sometimes call a Toobie, basically one of the videos of the year on YouTube.com. Is that right?
Yeah, that is correct.
And yours was in the instructional category. Tell us about what this video is all about, because it actually was the solution to something that was invented before you were even born.
Yeah, actually, I guess that's right. My video was an instructional video on how to solve the Rubik's Cube. And basically, I made the video over the summer, this last June, because one of my friends knew that I could do it and just asked me, hey, Dan, how do you do this? And so I figured, I taught some people before, but I figured that I might as well make a video just so I could show people if they asked me ever again. And, I put it on YouTube, and I didn't expect a whole lot. And now it just broke 4 million views yesterday.
I know. Ever since it's come out, I first saw it last Friday when I first heard that you were one of the winners, and I think it's tacked on about 1/3 views just since last Friday.
Yeah.
That's the big question. How did this thing become so popular? I mean, how did you get? I mean, that's unbelievable. Over 4 million views. Did you just word of mouth?
Well, I don't really exactly know. I have a couple guesses.
Yeah.
I know that the first day that it was online, one of my very few subscribers at that point I had like 4 subscribers, but one of them saw it and posted it to dig.com, which is a website where people can vote on what news story or what video they like the best, and then lots of people see it. And from there, it was one of the most dug videos of the day. And so in the first day it was up, it had, I think, like 30,000 views, which completely blew me away. That's more than I expected in like a year.
Yeah.
But, really, I think the reason that it has so many views is just because I think that there may legitimately be a lot of people that are looking for how to solve a Rubik's Cube, and it's one of the first things that comes up. And also, people that are looking to solve it will probably watch it more than once.
Well, how did you? Yeah, because I watched it, and it does take you'd need to watch it a few times to actually get it, especially as inept as I am. How did you solve it the first time? Did someone show you the trick?
Well, my first Rubik's Cube came with a little booklet that had tips and tricks, and from there I was able to memorize those tips and tricks and was able to figure out how to solve it. And then through solving it, I'd known how to solve it for about a year at the time when I made the video, and I just adapted that technique and just changed a few little things to make it easier to learn. And then I posted the video. So it came with a whole booklet.
Dan Brown's with us here, local Rubik's Cuber. Is there a science to doing it? Like if you were blindfolded and if you saw the patterns before you put the blindfold on, can you just do it just from a certain pattern, or do you have to look at it?
Well, doing it blindfolded is a step beyond me. But I know that the way that they do blindfold is actually a completely different process. Because the method that I teach involves 7 different algorithms, and the method that they use when blindfolding uses only 4, but they're a lot longer and a lot harder to memorize. But once you have them memorized, it's easier to figure out how to apply them to a cube. But blindfolding is just crazy. I don't even understand how those people can do it.
Isn't it easier just to peel off the little colors and stick them back on in the correct pattern?
Well, actually, the fact that you mentioned that's funny, because there's actually an easier way to cheat. And actually, that's the very first thing I teach in my video. You can actually, everyone peels off the stickers and they put them back on, and then the stickers are all peely and it looks bad. But if you can pop out the individual cubes and reorganize those. And that's much quicker, and it looks like you actually did it.
What's the deal with the pogo stick there, Dan? This is what got everybody's attention. You're doing the Rubik's Cube while you're pogo sticking.
Yeah. Basically, well, I've been pogo sticking longer than I've been Rubik's cubing. And I've been involved in the world of X-Pogo for about probably 10 years now. And once I learned how to
extreme pogo.
Cool. Yeah, that's the whole world in and of itself. But No, I've been able to pogo stick for a long time, and so the thought popped into my head, well, hey, let's try to mix these two talents, and so I just did.
That's beautiful. This is just amazing. All right, what's next? Do you have any plans for any other videos right now?
Well, I mean, if you've seen my channel, youtube.com/pogobat, Pogobat, you'll see that, the Rubik's Cube video is like my very first, or among my very first. Mm-hmm. And I've been posting, videos regularly ever since. And they range from, they're all sorts of different types of things. But a lot of them are like commentary on social issues. And anywhere from as random as just a video of me eating a burrito that now has like 20,000 views.
What is beautiful?
I'm actually starting a new channel. And it's going to be it's going to be a weekly web show. It is youtube.com/DanBrownUniverse. And it'll be sort of everything in the world of Dan Brown, all in one weekly 10-minute show.
You're going to be a big deal. Yeah. You're about a 4.0 student, aren't you, Dan?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Where are you going to college next year?
Next year I'm going to be going to UNL studying political science.
Good man.
All right. Well, I'd like to introduce you to my daughter. We'll be a freshman there next fall as well.
Okay.
Because Dan's going to be, you're going to be very rich and famous, and I want to take care of Katie, so
okay, thanks.
Make that introduction. No, hey, thanks for coming on here. I appreciate it very much, Dan. It's really cool, and we can post that.
It is posted right now.
On a Good Morning Show page.
I'm currently watching it.
That's amazing.
Have you ever tried to pogo, by the way?
I tried to pogo, and I tried to Rubik's Cube, and they both came out the same. Disaster.
Scott, can you pogo? I mean, if you practice long enough, you can have. But Dan's pogoing here with no hands because his hands are busy doing the Rubik's Cube.
I haven't tried to pogo since I think I was 7.
Right.
Yeah.
And I didn't know there was extreme pogos.
No.
I did not know.
That's a whole other show, right?
Oh yeah,
there.
you see those guys doing flips and stuff?
I bet you it's cool.
Hot stuff.
Yeah.
He sounds like a good kid.
Yeah, he does.
Right kid.
Because I was afraid, there's not going to be any personality. When I heard what his deal was, but I was wrong. Happily wrong. Dan Brown, thanks for coming on.
Good Morning Show.
Check in with Fox News here at 8:30.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lori London. A terror case heads to the High Court, and the Bush administration is sending in the big guns. Attorney General Michael Mukasey.
Mukasey will argue a case before the U.S. Supreme Court. The first AG sent Janet Reno to do so. It involves an overturned explosives conviction against would-be Millennium bomber Ahmed Rassam.
Fox Radio's Rich Johnson in Washington.
So he says, good kid. Yeah, I was afraid, he's going to have no personality or something. He goes, yeah, good kid. He's going a long way. And you heard him say about marrying their daughter off, didn't you?
Yeah, kind of. It was kind of quiet.
No, he goes, he said, Katie's going to be a freshman there. Take care of my kid. I'll mark it down now. I don't know. It's just funny. Good job, sweet boy.
Thank you.